It is Wednesday, my dudes, and time for an old man yapping. I have been sick, so I have to apologize for the state of my voice, which is spotty at best. There will be a fair amount of coughing and possibly some sneezing and nose blowing during this episode. But because I've been sick as a fucking dog all goddamn week, I have not been able to concentrate on shit. Oh my God, it is awful. Well, it's not that awful. I feel bad for not getting anything accomplished, but thanks to a cocktail of NyQuil, Theraflu, Delsim, and these Ricola herbal cough drops, tea with honey and lemon, etc., etc. Thanks to all that, I mean, I'm drugged up as shit. Theraflu is awesome if you put a double shot of rum in it. It's one of my favorite fucking things. So if you enjoy listening to an old man yapping, then like, comment, subscribe, do the little YouTube dance, all that happy horse shit. And because I haven't been getting anything accomplished, which I feel bad about, but, you know, that's like, I can't think straight. I don't feel good, so I'm not getting anything accomplished. I'm not doing any coding. I'm not solving any problems. I'm thinking about problems. Like I'm thinking about the problem of how to collect experience in the game and so on and so forth. But over the course of the week, I have mostly been watching Justified on Hulu, which is a show that I've watched before. And I was browsing around YouTube and I saw a clip from it. And I watched it and I thought, man, Timothy Olyphant's a good actor. I should go back and watch that show. It was a good show. And I went back and I was watching the show. And I got to thinking about the basic concept of Copaganda shows. And why do we single that out? Because it doesn't... See, the thing that people complain about with Copaganda shows is you take a cop and you say, well, this cop, he's a good cop. And he works in a department that's a good department. It's full of other cops. They're also good cops. It's like, all of them are good cops. Look how good all the cops are. And don't we always do that? Like, if you watch a show about doctors, you don't watch a show about a bunch of bad doctors. It's a show about a bunch of good doctors. You watch a show about lawyers, they're not bad lawyers, they're good lawyers. We don't make shows about people who are bad at their jobs. So, why is it so peculiar to make a show about cops that are good at being cops and that are not shitty, awful cops in the all cops are bastards camp, when that's what we do for literally everybody else? It's like, if you watch a show about a guy who's an architect, he's a good architect. He's not going to be a shitty architect. We're not going to make a show about that guy. If you watch a show about a guy who's like a home repairman, he's not going to be bad at his job. We don't make shows about people that are bad at their jobs unless that's like the joke. Like on Family Guy, Peter Griffin sucks at his job. That's the joke. Homer Simpson isn't especially good at his job. That's the joke. But, like, nobody's going to watch a show about people being average at their job or people being shitty at their job. They only want to watch shows about people that are good at their job. That is just the way it is. So, why do we get so pissy about the idea that when we watch a show about cops, all the cops are good at their job, when the reality is most cops are bad at their job. Most everything are bad at their job. Okay? Like, I've worked in and around a lot of industries. Okay? And most factory workers, bad at their job. Most construction workers, bad at their job. Most electricians, bad at their job. Most plumbers, bad at their job. Most security guards, bad at their job. Most city utility employees, bad at their job. Water officials, bad at their job. Everybody I've ever worked with or around, typically bad at their job. It was fairly rare that I got to work with people who were good at their job. And usually, when I was working in an office, I'd have a bunch of people that are average at their job, a couple of people who are bad at their job, and a couple of people who are good at the job. So why is it that people find it so terrible that we watch these shows about cops and we pretend that cops are good at their job? Of course we're going to pretend cops are good at their job. It's a fantasy world. I mean, we got this, we can live in a fantasy world. What fantasy world are you going to create? Are you going to create one where the cops are still just as shitty and sucky as they are here in the real world? Of course not. Nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to be reminded of that. And you may say it's insidious or it's a conspiracy, and you know they're trying to trick us and make us think that cops are good. You know, we all have our little fictions and our little fantasies that we want to pretend. And I think a lot of us want to pretend that the cops don't suck, and a lot of us want to pretend that the cops aren't terrible and corrupt and just doing whatever the fuck. And I think for a lot of cops, that really is the case. They're not trying to be terrible. They just, people are terrible. If you think about what kind of person wants to become a cop in the first place, there's a very selfless kind of idealistic character. And there's somebody who just wants to beat people up and bully people. And I think it's mostly people who want to beat people up and bully people. Folks who want to boss people around. I don't know what the solution is for our real police departments, but I don't find it especially conspiracy-esque when we make television shows that go, oh, the cops in our show are good cops. Even if good cops didn't exist, which, one or two of them probably do, here and there. And we want to pretend, don't we? In our fantasies, we want to pretend they're good cops. We want to pretend that the cops do their job and get their man and actually pursue justice because justice is the right thing. I don't think it's so bad to put that kind of fantasy out there and say, maybe we could have that kind of police presence in the world. I mean, we might never get there, but I don't know. I'm drugged out of my fucking mind over here, so it's just what I've been idly thinking over the past few days watching a cop show on Hulu. So people get mad about shows not telling the truth about cops. Our shows don't tell the truth about anything. They never do. We tell a convenient lie. We tell an entertaining lie. That's what movies are. That's what fairy tales are. Convenient and entertaining lies. And I don't think there's anything especially sinister about telling the lie that once upon a time there was a world where the cops didn't suck. I don't think that's a story we should be forbidden to tell. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. My voice is trashed. But yeah, I'm getting over this. I'm hoping I'll be better by Sunday morning for showing up. But I don't know, man. I've had this shit 5 days, and it's still bad. It's better, but it's still bad. It's bad enough I've been masking in the house to try and stop passing it around to the other people here, because we just keep giving it back to each other and shit. But yeah, that's about it. Again, do a little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And okay, bye.